Hey everybody, David here with T&D Sports Cards. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we are going to open a few packs of 1986 Fleer baseball. And I know as far as like value goes, there really isn't a whole lot. There's the Canseco prospect card with Eric Plunk, I believe, is his partner on that card. But I always really liked the design of this set. The dark borders, just the whole configuration of the card, I always thought was just very pleasing to look at. It's definitely my favorite design set from Fleer during the 80s. So I don't believe we've opened any of these cards on the channel before. So maybe we did on the 86 way back. That's a possibility. I don't recall 100%. But anyway, I thought it'd be fun to open up a few of these and just kind of reminisce. So let's get to it and see what we can find. And obviously there are lots of big-time players and Hall of Famers we could find in here. So, as I said, it might just be fun to reminisce and not have to chew any really old gum, or at least even think about it, since Fleer was kind enough to put stickers in their packs. So we have an Angels sticker to start this pack off. And we have a John Shelby. And as Fleer did for the latter part of the 80s in their cards, had the stats up and down as opposed to left to right, or rather the tall way rather than the long way. Gerald Perry, Bob Brenly, Gary Gaetti, Tom Hume, who always had those big glasses. Lee Mazzilli, this was just before he returned to the Mets. He was quite the little star with the Mets when they were bad in the late 70s. I think he even won the MVP in the 79 All-Star game. Floyd Rayford, Bob Dernier, Alvin Davis, whose career started with a bang and really just slowly but surely just kind of faded off. He had that great rookie season. He looked like he was going to be a superstar. And I'm not to say he had a terrible career, but it wasn't really that long. This card is actually centered beautifully. Steve Shields, Larry Parrish. He was a big home run hitter for a number of years. Bill Allman, good utility player. He did make an appearance with the Mets at one point. Bill Dawley, Dave Kingman, or Kong, or whatever you want to call him. This was probably the end. I don't know, 85 the last year he played. I know the last season he played, he actually put up some pretty decent power numbers, and then he was gone. That might have been it for him. I could be wrong about that, but this really could have been the last season that he played. But yeah, he would hit some big, long home runs, that's for sure. And George Frazier, who I actually had the pleasure of meeting when I was in camp, when he was pitching for the Yankees. I want to say during the 83 season. Yes, it was, because he came and signed autographs, and he was supposed to do... he was supposed to actually work with us a little bit on some drills off the mound, and he ended up being summoned back to the stadium. I don't remember what the circumstances were, but he didn't stay as long as they had hoped he would. But we got to get some pictures with him and stuff, so that was fun. It's cool meeting a major leaguer, obviously, being in baseball camp. Alrighty, so nothing jaw-dropping there. And we have a Mariner sticker to start us off. And this is, I believe, our first Hall of Fame find. Ted Simmons. And this was probably nearing the end for him, too. But he had obviously a terrific career. Doyle Alexander, who seemed to be Mr. Deadline Deal. He seemed to get picked up by teams very often, right around the trade deadline. But he was a good pitcher. I remember he went to Detroit in '87. He was like unbeatable like the last 2 months of the season, leading them to the American League East title. This is a second-year Oral Hershiser. Barry Bonnell. Hey, we got a Roger McDowell. This might actually even be a rookie card of his. I think it is. That's pretty cool. We'll put that one aside. Darryl Motley. Bobby Grich. He had a very good career, as did Willie McGee. Mike Brown, who's, I guess he's doing his best Kent Tekulve impersonation in this picture here. Look at those glasses. It really does. It looks like he almost stole Tekulve's glasses just for the picture. And speak of the devil. I guess he didn't. They weren't on the same team. But, man, do they even look alike in these pictures here? Like, facially? That's really funny. I did not plan that, I swear. That is really hysterical. And this was at the very end of Tekulve's career. This might have actually even been one of his last seasons. But he was a top-flight relief pitcher back when relief pitchers used to pitch 2 and 3 innings each time they came in, and he almost threw underhand. All right, so we have Larry Herndon, who was a pretty good home run hitter for a number of years. Glenn Wilson, the same. He actually went on to have some pretty nice seasons with the Astros, including the '86 season. Oh, that was Glenn Davis. I'm sorry, I'm mixing up the two of them. I apologize for that. Terry Forster, who actually was a very, very good hitter when relief pitchers actually got to bat. I think there was one season where he batted 300 or close to 300. But, yeah, as I said, when relief pitchers used to get to bat, he actually was a pretty good hitter. And this is a really nice card, Mr. Dwight Gooden in action. I remember this card. That's really cool. And Marty Barrett, who struck out to end the 1986 World Series. And I don't think Jesse Orozco's glove has come down yet. All right, so that was a pretty decent pack. And we have a Yankee sticker. And we have a Yankee behind it, too. Dale Berra, who I do remember him playing for the Yankees, but most of his career was with the Pirates, and that was right before he came to the Yankees in '85. Donnie Scott, we have another Yankee here. Very solid Major League Baseball player, Willie Randolph, who actually, he managed the Mets, and he really didn't do that bad of a job, at least in my opinion. They kind of just got rid of him. I mean, the team was not playing well when they fired him, but God, I never thought he did like that bad of a job. I'm surprised he never became a manager again. Pete Vukovich, and we have a checklist, very nice. Rick Waits, Mickey Tettleton, who was one of those classic, for the most part, all or nothing hitters. He put up a couple of big home run seasons with the Orioles, if I remember correctly. Aurelio Lopez, who at least in '84 had an unbelievable season along with Willie Hernandez, forming a awesome back end of the Tigers bullpen in their World Series season of '84. Dave Concepcion, this is a cool one with Boggs and Mattingly. '84 and '85 batting champs. That's cool. El Presidente, who pitched a perfect game for the Expos. I believe it was the '91 season against the Dodgers. Bob Shirley, Frank White, he was a solid player. And hey, there's Jesse Orozco. And for a second there, I thought we might have had the Canseco card, but no. So we found a Jesse Orozco too, along with the Marty Barrett from earlier. Gene Walter, this card actually, because of Benito Santiago, I remember this being a card that was chased because he was supposed to be a superstar. And I mean, not to discredit him, he had several solid seasons, but he was not a superstar. The thing I remember about him is that he could throw guys out basically sitting behind the plate. He could throw guys out stealing second base. He had some arm on him. And he also ended, I don't remember what season it was, on a 34-game hitting streak. I really don't remember what season that was. Obviously, it was sometime in the middle of the 80s. But yeah, that card was, I do remember that being one that people were looking for, along with the Canseco. All right, so we found Jesse Orosco. We did get this cool batting champs card, nice Gooden in action. Roger McDowell, rookie card, I believe. And a Ted Simmons. He was the one Hall of Famer. If I missed another one, I apologize, but I believe this was the only Hall of Famer we found. I actually did get to meet Roger McDowell right before COVID, the Mets Fan Fest at Citi Field in late January of 2020. That was pretty cool. My cousin and I were just walking around, and he was just sitting at the bar by himself. So we walked up and were like, Roger? And he was like, yeah. And we sat down with him, shook his hand, took pictures with him. It was really cool. Very, very friendly. I think he had a few in him at that point in time, but he was definitely friendly. All right, guys. Well, that was kind of fun. Like I said, I always enjoyed this set. I love the design. Just nice feel to the cards, too. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It helps us grow and obviously gives us support. We greatly appreciate that. And we will see you on the weekend. We're coming up on week 7 for our chase for the big rookie cards with our Pacific football. So we look forward to that. If anything else comes up in between there, we will be happy to show it to you. So thank you again for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.